Well, I think also the fact that the U.S. control of media was important in this respect also.
Mm.
Um, as I say, I lived in Malaysia at the time this happened. And of course, we saw the towers going down, we saw the planes hitting the towers. But those were the only images you were allowed to see in Malaysia.
Right.
The images of the bodies jumping from the windows, the images of the human devastation,
Mm.
we never saw.
Mm.
What was important in Malaysia was to show the buildings going down. That was the symbol of American imperialism, of capitalism, or whatever you want to call it, whatever name you wanted to give it, because everybody gave it different names.
Mm.
That those towers going down, we projected all kinds of images, all kinds of concepts and ideas onto those towers. And as I say, as a New Yorker myself, who was there when the towers were going up, who used to visit the towers and who worked not too far, a couple of blocks from the towers never had that significance for me. It
Mm.
was not as simple to me of American imperialism or capitalism or anything else. It was just another big office building and a kind of an ugly one at that. So I never really, to me, it was not. I mean, if they had attacked the Statue of Liberty,
Mm.
that would have been, to my mind, much more iconic.
Right.
I would have understood that. And then I began to realize that to people in the countries where the attackers came from, those towers did represent much more
Mm.
in terms of the enemy than the Statue of Liberty did. It was a war against capitalism. It was a war against a different kind of set of ideas than we thought it was. And I think that was important. We didn't understand why the towers were attacked. We misunderstood why they were attacked. We didn't understand the real context for it.
Mm.
So when I left Malaysia, I came back to the States and I saw the images, the horrible images of people jumping from the towers, of all the human devastation, the horror that was taking place. I realized that we would never see that in Malaysia, because that would have made the whole thing too human. That
Right.
would have given the United States too much sympathy,
Uh-huh.
and that was not on the agenda. So you could manipulate that image in many ways. Is the point that I'm trying to make.
Mm. Okay, I'm going to cut the interview there, and we'll pick up next week where Peter and I discuss more in depth about the idea of blood sacrifice, occult ritual, the manipulation of perception, the creation of realities, the creation of God forms as a means to siphon off the power of the collective psyche. We'll also be talking about madness and the inevitability of a period of derangement or the dark night of the soul in the awakening process or the experience of gnosis. So do check out the next part of this interview. We go into somewhat deeper waters in the second part. So once again, you can order Lucid View at www.aeoluskephas.com. You can also there read the post and comment and contact me directly should you so desire. That's it for one more half a week. Aeolus Kephas, stormy weather, news from the front line in the end times. May the myth be with you.